Welcome to Drinking with Craig and Roger.
I'm Craig.
I'm Roger.
So something a little different we wanted to kind of go over that I learned that you do, which is kind of interesting. You quote unquote hack Scotch in a way, or hack your whiskey.
Yeah, you can do this in many, many different ways. There's even a book on that, hacking whiskey, which goes into some pretty interesting things. But yeah, one thing that I do, which you might consider, is we had talked about the Speyburn, and this is a Speyside Highland malt, and it has very, very little smoke in it. It's almost impossible to pick it up. Now, that's fine. It's a fine drink just by itself.
It is.
And it's moderately priced.
If that's what you're looking for.
If that's what you want. And let me just refresh your memory.
Yes. Always happy to have my memory
just
refreshed
a little bit here.
when it comes to whiskey. That's good.
And I'll do this. And just remember what this tastes like.
Yes. Again, no smoke at all on the
No,
nose.
no smoke at all.
It is very good. Sweet,
Very,
cinnamony,
very nice. It's fine by
a
itself.
golden flavor.
But if you would like a tiny bit of smoke, then you can do like what the blended whiskeys do, and that is add a little bit of smoky whiskey to your malt here.
Right, because you might not want a full-blown Islay.
No,
peat bomb.
but if you want just a little bit, then about a shot to a bottle. There's a shot of a smoky whiskey to a bottle of Speyburn will produce just a little bit.
So what do you have in mind?
I had in mind Talisker.
Okay, Talisker Storm.
Yes,
so
I've got a little bit of this left.
it might be a younger version of the standard Talisker, maybe, but it's still quite good.
It's excellent. And on sale, you can get it somewhere around $30 a bottle. If it's not on sale, it's somewhere in the 50s.
I just realized, I think you're going to need a funnel to do what you want to do, aren't you?
No, I don't think so.
All right. All right.
Anyway, so Talisker is an Islay whiskey. It's pretty smoky, and it's used in Johnny Walker to give it the little smoky high notes that they have.
And also, and we'll add, Speyburn is around $30 a bottle.
And
Talisker Storm is anywhere from the 35 to 50 something a bottle.
yes, so we're just going to add a little bit of this to it. There we go.
Very well done.
And, oops, well, I did better pouring than I did picking up the phone.
As per usual.
Anyway.
It's priorities.
All right. Now, this will get better and more even, as you let it sit around for a few more days. When they make blended whiskeys, they usually leave them sit in the barrel, or the big vat, whatever they've got it in, for quite a while before they bottle it, because that allows the whiskeys to, they call it marry, but to get really finely mixed and whatever. Anyway, but here we are. We just did that.
Okay.
And try it and see what you think.
We'll see.
Do you remember what it tasted like before?
I do. Very well. Thank you.
Now, I don't expect this to be really smoky, because if it were really smoky, it'd be all Talisker.
So you're thinking add maybe something like 2 to 3 ounces of the smoky whiskey.
Something like that. And what it will do is add a little bit of smoke for a little bit more complex taste than the original had.
I'm still not picking up any smoke on the nose, but maybe just a hint. There is a hint on the nose. Color, of course, is going to remain the same, but okay.
But you can taste it. In the
You
aftertaste,
can. You
there's
can.
a little more complexity.
Wow. Okay, that I didn't expect it to be that much.
It doesn't take
It's a subtle change, but it's a definite notable change. And it is good. I like that. That's good.
Now, it's not an island whiskey.
No.
It's basically a Highland whiskey, like they all used to be when they dried their malted barley using peat flames that were not covered. The barley wasn't covered. You got some of that smoke into it. They all were like that. And the Island whiskeys where it used peat, it was a little damper and smoked a lot more, a little salt in it and everything else. But this it makes it just a little bit more complex.
Yeah,
Not that it wasn't okay before. It was fine, but
it really lingers on the back of the back end is much longer. Yeah, I'm digging it. I would definitely probably expect to pay at least $15 to $20 more for what I'm tasting now than what you started with cost, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, well, if you take one bottle of Talisker Storm, you probably can.
You got a cough to get off.
Yeah, well, drink some whiskey. I'll get rid of it. But you probably could 2 ounces. You could add some smoke to 14 bottles of Speyburn, or Tomatin is another
14
one.
bottles of Speyburn.
Yeah.
What? At one time?
No.
What are you talking about?
Well, you just keep it closed and then you put it in.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Okay.
Yeah. As you buy the Speyburn bottle at a time,
Sure.
add a little bit of that to it. After you have a little bit of it, it works.
Now, would you recommend Talisker Storm is quite smoky, but not nearly as peaty smoky as some of the other single malt island whiskeys. Would you recommend? I guess it just depends on flavor preference. But personally, I mean, would you recommend something a little stronger, like a Lafroig or anything like that? Or do you think that might contrast a little too much?
If you get a 10-year-old Lafroig, I think that would be all right. The reason why you're doing this is to make this whiskey a little more complicated, complex in its taste. You don't want to take a $100 bottle of whiskey and start putting it into a $30 bottle of whiskey. But what you want is a whiskey that is smoky but not too expensive.
Yep.
To add some complexity.
It's really good. I gotta admit, I'm impressed.
It works.
And just for the hell of it, this is the cheapest Islay single malt that I know of that's actually still surprisingly really good.
Oh yeah.
Fenlagen.
Yeah. You have to sort of special order that.
So this is kind of, it's a little hard to find. It can be. I think Trader Joe's in the U.S. carries it at a lot of their stores. Here in Georgia, you have to go to Trader Joe's can't carry liquor, so you got to go to a place that carries it. But this is probably about $21 or $22 a bottle here.
Yeah. I had Tower order some of this for me. I got I think six of them from them.
Nice. How long did it last you, do you think?
Oh, quite a while.
So I just
This
want
is
to compare
something-
what we just had with this.
Well, this is something that you could put in the Speyburn or another whiskey like that if you wanted to, if you got it. It's very nice.
Now this is, let me give it a comparison on the nose to this Talisker.
No, it's still, the smoke is not really right there in your face.
Similar.
Kind of
fairly
oily.
similar.
Kind of oily.
I actually think that Fenlagen is fairly similar to Talisker Storm.
Yeah.
To really concentrate and have them side by side to detect major differences.
Yeah. Anyway.
Huge difference, of course. It's like smoking a cigarette after.
Yeah, the smoky taste is a lot more prominent in the finish. A lot more prominent.
All of it. Every step of the way. Well, not so much on the nose, but yeah.
In the finish. It's even a little more prominent than it was in the black bottle, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's completely different.
Yeah.
When we had Black Bottle, I noted that is the first thing I can remember having that reminded me of like pipe smoke, like a tobacco smoke. This is more of a campfire, coals, a true peat smoke. Completely different profile, but also really good. We'll probably end up doing our own video just about this.
You think?
We'll join the fray, the thousands of others who have discussed the mysteries and the pleasures of Lagavulin.
Yeah, well, we don't even know what it is for sure. A lot of people think it's...
And we'll save it for another video.
You think?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll save it for another. And as a quick outro, I have a unrelated, non sequitur question. Explain this ring you wear.
This ring.
Yes. Maybe you can see it.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe
I'll
not.
take it. I'll take it. You can talk.
No, you can't take it
straight-
off.
Oh,
You won't get it off.
it's impossible.
Yeah, no,
Well, you wear a particular ring quite often. What's the background of this ring? Quickly.
I bought some ancient jewelry, mostly pendants, for my wife, and I kept some things from Egypt, ancient Rome, just interesting little things. And I never bought anything for myself. So this I saw online, and it is it's a signet ring that was made, they think, in the 1st century AD. And it's the kind of thing that you would use to seal up letters. You make your letter, put a little wax on it, and push that into it. Okay, it's an abstract thing, and I kind of like to think it was made about the time that someone like the Apostle Paul might have seen it in Rome when he was there awaiting execution if one of the guards had worn it. You know, it's that old. Anyway, so I wear it. Now, I'm sure it doesn't have any of those kinds of annotations. It's just an abstract, design. And if you look at it closely, you can see that it's not perfectly round. It was made by hand.
A little closer. Can you get any closer?
Can I get closer? There. How's that?
Yeah, right about there. Yep. Okay.
Anyway, so it's made by hand.
Yep.
Not perfect, and very nice, and in very good shape.
Suspiciously good shape.
Yes. And so I can barely get this over my knuckle, so I don't want to take it off.
Okay, fair enough. But if you were to wear that and press it into hot wax on a letter, you'd have to take it off. Otherwise, I mean, you'd just singe off all your knuckle hairs, don't you think?
No, you wouldn't. Wax isn't that hot when it's melted.
Okay.
It's not that hot.
All right. There we go.
All right.
We've learned a lot today.
Yes.
Cheers.
Have a great day.